Good afternoon to all of you. I am Pallavi Chachre and I'm here along with my group members. Those are Prashant, Divyan, Shivam, Bharti, Charul, Ashutosh, and me. And we are presenting our presentation on India First Life Insurance. So let us start with the introduction. Prashant, change the slide. Thank you. First, I'm going to cover the historical background of insurance. La- Life insurance in its modern form came to India from England in year 1818. The Oriental Life Insurance Company, started by Europeans in Kolkata, was the first life insurance company on Indian soil, but Indian lives were being treated as substandard lives and heavy extra premiums were being charged on them. So in 1870, Bombay Mutual Assurance Society here held the birth of first Indian life insurance and covered Indian lives at a normal rate. Then, in year 1956, with 245 Indian and foreign insurance and provident societies are taken over by the central government and nationalized. LIC formed by an act of parliament, that is LIC Act 1956, with a capital contribution of 5 crore from the government of India. Now, my next point is origin of IFLI, which is India First Life Insurance Company. So, India First Life Insurance Company Limited is a life insurance company in India. It was started as a joint venture between two of India's public sector banks. The headquarter of First Life Insurance Company was in Mumbai, Maharashtra, and MD and CEO of the company is Miss R. M. Vishakha Maheshwari, um, and it was incorporated in November 2009. Talking about the growth of life insurance company, India First Life Insurance follows the bank assurance, that is bank assurance model, using the existing customer base of the promoter banks. As of December 2011, the company has about 1,600 plus employees. India First Life Insurance made more than 2 billions in turnover in starting 4.5 months since the insurance company become operational. This growth rate brings the company into the league of top five fastest growing insurance players in the private sector. Sorry, sir. In the private sector, at a time when the industry grew only by 11%. So, moreover, India First Life Insurance ended September 2019 at a whooping 56% growth rate for the month when the industry grew at 3. My next point is hello.
Yes, you are.
Yes.
Okay, ma'am. So in June 2018, one of the original founders of Legal and General sold its stake to private equity firms Walbert Pincus in for Indian rupees 7.1 billion, that are 710 crores. Then Legal and General sold its stake as it was reinforcing its insurance business in recent years on the UK and US
Pallavi, stop,
market.
stop, stop, stop. Pallavi, stop.
Pallavi, where is these
Where is
facts?
these data, these information? First of all, it doesn't make a difference in the case. Point number two, this is not
Okay,
mentioned in
sir.
the case.
It is sold
Yes,
to
sir. It's
Walmart.
not mentioned.
Where the case itself is written in 2018, published in 2018, and it is sold to Walmart, and it has 56% growth, and it came into top 5. ये केसी बोल रहा है कि उनको टॉप 5 में आना है, आप बोल रहे हो टॉप 5 में आ चुके हैं वो लोग, कहाँ है ये सब?
Yes, sir,
Let's
ma'am.
stick to
I'm
the case.
continuing.
Let's
Okay,
stick to the
sir.
case. Let's not talk anything that is beyond the particular case. Okay, because that will give certain false analysis as well. So जो केस में है, let's stick to that only.
Here, the company started as a joint venture between two of the India's public sector banks, that are Bank of Baroda with 44% and Union Bank, the Andhra Bank, which is also now known as Union Bank, with 30%, and US Financial Investment Company Legal and General with 26%. Yes, ma'am. Now I would like to call Prashant to continue our next topic.
So thank you, Palvi. Now I'm going to talk about Vision 2020. So Vishakha Maheshwari joined IFLI on 3rd March 2015, and on the same year after that, in November 2050, Vishakha Maheshwari, MD and CEO, shared a new vision, which is to become largest insurance provider in the country and to be among top 5 insurance company as well by 2020. IFLI introduced vision with theme called securing life and creating values for the employees, and that values are think new, do more, be helpful and be honest. And employees are expected to show these values during their work, and those values can't be changed or non-negotiable for the company. And achieving vision 2020 is not possible without employees. So now I'm going to talk about employee as a differentiator. Sir, can you please change this? Okay, so Praveen Menon realized that achieving Vision 2020 is not going to be a cakewalk because novelties and innovation offered by insurance company were temporary and very small chance of being patented because of IRDAI was a regulatory authority, and the only way to achieve Vision 2020 is to focus on employee who could generate continuous and sustained innovation and could help make a difference to its customer. IFLI will need to focus more on sales, which will require employee competencies in sales function. Praveen Menon shared his rational idea that insurance sector is very competitive market, and there are more than 24 companies competing and offering almost a similar similar products with very minor price variation. In that case, the only way to achieve vision is to focus on continuous innovation by employees and offering high quality customer service. After sales service is more crucial part than selling policies because frontline employees plays a vital role in this because customer is mostly worry about speed of claim settlement. Organization have to give right set of instructions and give necessary motivation to create that differentiating factor. Now my friend Divyansh will tell us about envisioning competency and mapping and career progression. So Divyansh, over to you.
Thank you, Prashant. Now I will be describing about the envisioning competency and career progression. So first, let's see what is the meaning of envisioning. So envisioning means to think about the future. What are the future? What we can do in the future? मतलब कि कल्पना करना. So in this case, they are basically envisioning the competency with career progression. For this, they prepare a CST competency mapping team competency CST competency system team, in which basically what this team do is it give the briefing of the new expected role to the employees, and also employees get to know what are the new expected role, what the company is expected from them. After that, they perform a this they perform a competency diagnosis. So what is competency diagnosis? It is basically a analysis of all the skills to find out whether your employees has defined competencies or not, whether your employee is able to perform those tasks which you are expecting from the employees. There also comes question, what if your employee has all the competency? Should we reward the employees? Or if your employee has not those competency, what should we do next? So these are the big two questions in front of Menon and Maheshwari. After this, they have linking the career progression with their competencies. So in this, then Menon shared his idea of Vision 2020 with IFLI head of talent management, Vishakha. So Kastuba Parker. So Kastuba Parker has already done our competency diagnosis, and they found out that previous promotion of the company, whatever the previous promotion, the employee have failed in their respective roles. जो भी इनको role मिलते वो उसमें fail हो गए थे. The reason for this is because their competencies are not being considered while they are giving promotion. They are promoted on a regular basis. Their competencies are not being considered. That's why they have failed in their new respective roles. For this, then Kaustubh Parker said to Menon that with your existing policy of promoting employee, if by the CST and the formation of CST and then diagnosis, if this is your new policy of promotion, then it will help the IFLI to achieve your Vision 2020. And also they have added one new thing in that: pay for performance and promote for potential, which basically means that if you are doing good in the organization, you will be getting paid for your good work or hard work. Or if you have that type of potential, you have some of the what we say competencies, you will be getting promoted. For the promotion part, they have basically three criteria for promotion. First is how much longer time you have done the job. Second is what is your performance in the job, and third one is the whether you have the defined competencies or not. So these 4 points cover the envisioning of the competency mapping and linking it with the career progression of the employee. Now Shivam will be describing about the further points of the slide.
Thank you, Dipan. Dipan, take to forward here. I am going to my topic. My topic is identifying the behavioral competency growth the competency building exercise. Before Menon joined IFL in 1950, IFL organization structure had been divided into four branches: operational, tactical, strategic, and leadership. Within each branch, Menon defined an introduction to which were the closest into the designation across its human capital, sales and marketing, operational and information technology, investment, sectoral, finance, governance, and strategy and product. To define the competencies and behavioral indicators required by employees to be the success in their role. Canon and EST held meeting with the functional head and the leadership team within the function. To the everyone surprised, the function head were critical about the process. The second topic is organizational trends and behavioral capabilities at the First Life Insurance Corporation Limited. Mr. Menon described the four brands: operational, tactical, strategic, and leadership. Each branch being behavioral capabilities. Operational planning and organization. The ability to develop strategic plan for the achieving goals and anticipated roadblocks. The second behavioral capabilities are achievement operational, the honest drive for the work and work to exceed the standard to of excellence. The three effective communication, the skill of the sending effective information to others and the receiving effective information from other. Second brand is tactical, behavioral capabilities, analytical thinking, the capabilities of the comprehending an issue of the problem by the breaking into the smaller pieces. The second initiative, the identification of the challenges or opportunities, which the repeat and the strong basis for talking action to the address the identified challenges or opportunities. The second brand is strategies. Strategies are three behavioral capabilities. First behavioral capabilities is strategy orientation, the capability to think about organizational issues and identify important facts in the complex situation. Developing others, the genius intent and the passion to foster the long-term learning and the development of others. The third is the impact and influence, the institution to the convince others. For example, individual or group, to the support and the space agenda For example, a goal or task echo placement. The third brand is the leadership. Leadership brand is the three behavioral capabilities. First behavioral capability is in this way, the articulation of the vision of the future. Give the challenge into the market, environment and industry. The second behavioral capabilities is the fostering collaboration, seeking to the understand different perspectives and work together to achieve common goals. Our third behavioral capabilities is institution building, enabling the institutionalization of the sustainable process and the policies to the contribute to the creation of the great place to work. Prashant, please open the next slide. Next, organizational structure. IFLI is the created for four level officers appointment. The first level officers MD and CEO. MD is the head of management. CEO has to guide the employees and the executive officers.
Thank you, Shivam. I will be describing in balancing and reinforcing loop for competency. Balancing loop is a representative of any situation there where is a goal or objective and that action is taken to achieve that goal and objective. Reinforcing loop when initial changes is reinvested it's further to that change in the future. First, balance scorecard. In 2015, IFRI stopped using the bell curve system, which means was a ranking that is used for employees' performance appraisal and performance management. After they are using BAC balance scorecard approach for managing the performance of the employee. BAC is a tool used for managing job performance and defining employees' activities within the control of their supervisor. Categories of the employees, they are on the basis of the performance employees were categorized in three brackets. First, growth quadrant. Growth quadrant was the employee performed the job as instructed. Second, acne quadrant. Uh, the employee performed the job on what was expected. Third, development quadrant was the employee did not perform the job as instructed. Praveen Menon decided to link the performance management system with capability development and learning development intervention, which would help to identify and address the need for the competency development. Third, learning and development program. According to Menon, decided to develop the ability of the knowledge into the employee. So he developed the program as for their employee, which help in the more capability of learning new things and develop new innovations in the employee. All learning and development employees control with the capability development exercise, not just training program, because the ex, ex, exercise help employee not only perform their current job well, but also develop themselves in their preparation for future roles. And next one is employees approval for the supervisor. Menon shared the idea with their Parker and the employees, and they soon started working on the idea. All the employees are allotted their respective program. Number of employees can sign for the a different ban on the enterprises. Every employee will need to take prior permission for their immediate supervisor and need their by the function head and human capital function. They would Our final approval for the selected program would help the employee to develop the capabilities needed to perform in the future. That's all from my side. I would like to invite Charul.
Thank you, Bharti. My today's topic is communicating the competency framework. My first point is two-way communication and transparency. The two-way communication and transparency are important for the for Indian First Life Insurance Company, because if if there is a communicating between with the employees, it would help to give the feedbacks. It would help to uh, it would help to in the new job roles, because think first is a leadership team in IFLI, which prepares for the uh, ma'am. Think first is a leadership team in a IFLI. Uh, uh, this team is helps to the firm or the company in to take the feedback from the and to get the feedback from the employees, and they also help to take decide about the vision 2020. They decided about their strategy goals, and PMS quarterly feedback session is about they have they meet performance management system meets with the employees in two times quarterly time, two times of the year, and they ask to the employees after the feedback session the two questions they ask from the team, and the CS helps CST also, the competency system management competency system team. It helps the competency system team to find out or it helps them to provide to divide their job roles according to their employees' ability. Sorry, ma'am, that's much.
Next, who is presenting? Divyansh? Anyone left out?
Ma'am, Ashutosh.
Yeah, Ashutosh.
Good afternoon, one and all. Then Menon and Parker formed up the idea of employee as a differentiator, and their idea to roll out new compensatory framework and link it to the PMS. Ma'am, here PMS means a performance management system that a company uses to appraise and recognize its personnel. A company with a properly executive management system can improve employee morale. Ma'am, communicating with 114 employees means the company would, when the company decided to have new competency framework and link it to the PMS, the first problem when Menon and Parker faced that what will happen, how will be able to communicate to the 100 and 400 people's the employees of the company, and then they should also know, and then they should also know about that the process very well, so they can be very confident while telling to the people. And one new competency framework and linking it to the PMS were also the one of the major challenges which were faced by the Menon and Parker. For this they have decided the PMS process, in which in process there are 5 to 6 steps. One planning, organizing, drafting, and this all, ma'am, communicating. Dynamic environment to improve customer satisfaction, ma'am. Sorry, ma'am, this slide. Ma'am, as we all know that the business firm, work in the dynamic environment. For example, they have a short-term goal which is known as Vision 2020, in which they have to be in the top 5 of the top insurance provider company in India. Ma'am, but due to the coronavirus, they have to extend their grace period till 31st May for all the premiums which were due in the month of March 2020, and 30 days for the premium which were due in the month of April 2020. Ma'am, this was all from my side.